Super Serial goes to GameStop past. Guest is what is it? It's pronounced Bryan. It's Bryan.
Yeah, Ensign. Bryan Ensign.
It's Ensign?
Yeah, same spelling as the
I always
military
say
rank. But it's
ensign.
Ensign, yeah. It was the business squeezing managers
Yeah.
sort of past their ability.
Speaking of squeezing managers, it's a good transition.
Yeah.
Good segue.
So in 2006, don't quote me on the
Yeah,
anyway, the last store I was at, every year we go to a vendor show.
Damn.
Microsoft, Sony, all the vendors put on shows. They give away games, give away systems. Typically it was in Vegas. This particular year it was in Dallas. So when you go, they pay for your hotel room for 2 days, and it's
this is all the GameStop managers.
Yes, every GameStop store manager gets to go to a vendor show, trade show, and they give you lots of games and systems. What I would tell my employees is,
hell yeah,
whoever's good sales, if I don't have any problems, store doesn't burn down, I'll come back and I'll give them to you.
That was the best time of year.
Yes, yeah.
When y'all would come back,
like Christmas for us,
and our managers would give us notebooks.
Yeah. Oh, I used to give away everything. I gave a DS away, and PSP. Vendors giving presentations, trying to get you to sell their product.
Yeah.
And it's 2 or 3 days of that. You're supposed to partner up with the store manager in the district, and most hotels have 2 queen beds. Flew up there, landed, went and checked in the hotel room. I didn't see him on the trip. We weren't on the same flight. So I get up to the room, I open the door, and there's a suitcase on one of the beds already. And I was like, so I go, I think took a shower, changed, got dressed. Instead of eating, I ended up getting super hammered along with every other store manager that I knew in the district, and get back to my room, and there's still just this suitcase. This is like 1 a.m. too. So I get in bed, fall asleep, and I wake up to a man who I don't know coming in the room saying, "Hey man, what's going on?" And I'm like, "Who is this?" I didn't know who it was or anything. I'm like, this guy said, "Man, you got the wrong room." And I kind of just, I was sort of awake, but I was sort of just, "Hey, who is this?" Wasn't quite all together. And this guy came in, started taking off his clothes, and I watched this guy strip completely naked. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he climbs onto the bed, and I'm like, get off me. And he's starting to climb on top, put his hands over, like almost on top of me, and this dude's naked, and he keeps saying, "I just want to be friends." I was like, I freaked out. I started hitting him, pushing him.
I'm sorry to laugh.
No, it's fine. It's a funny story. There's only probably like 4 people in the world that have heard it. So I kicked him in the stomach. I mean, I panicked. There's a naked guy trying to... Luckily, there was a blanket in between us, but I'm like, get off me. So I did physically hit him a lot and push him back off me against the wall, fell down, and started throwing up on the floor. And I immediately started grabbing my suitcase. I'm wearing like basketball shorts, whatever you sleep in, like a t-shirt and shorts. And I'm in the bathroom trying to grab my toothbrush and my shaving bag, and I'm like watching this guy on the floor just, and he starts getting up, puke on him, and he's coming at me, and he's still saying, "No, I just want to be friends, man." Like, I don't know if
he's got to let you know that he's not trying to hurt you.
It was really, really awkward. But I was super upset. I was kind of intoxicated, really annoyed, really pissed off, and this guy's coming back for more, and I'm like, dude, I told him, touch me, stay away from me. Gonna happen again. Anyway,
sound like a damn zombie.
Ended up taking him down pretty hard, and he ended up peeing all over the floor and everything. So I go downstairs. I'm walking downstairs. I've got tattoos. I try to keep myself business. Nobody's seen sort of me with the shirt off, but I do have sort of a convict, but I sort of kind of look kind of rough with tattoos. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna see all my peers down here. See my manager, the president of the company's here. Everybody, the owner was there. You know what I mean? Not the owner, but the CEO. I go downstairs to the check in the lobby, and I was like, this just happened.
Let me explain
to them upstairs. And the guy's like, hold on a second. Security gets there, and he's like, what? Tell me what happened. I said, man, there's this guy. I think he broke in, came in, and basically tried to sexually assault me. I don't know what he was trying to do, but he was naked, and he was getting on the bed with me and being very forceful. Figured out. So I ended up laying on a little bench in the lobby. Said, we're going to try to find your room. One of the security guys, corporate security, shows up. Guy looks like Shaq, huge. And he's like, tell me the story again. I had to retell the story. I had to take a statement. I had 2 people asking a lawyer, and it was... didn't understand. I was like, just get the guy out of my room. I didn't understand at the time that they had put me in a situation they were not supposed to. That if I was a female,
that's what I was gonna say a second ago. Like that's a nightmare if it was a lady.
I'm not sexist, but I'm an able-bodied male and could handle that situation, luckily. But if I was a female or something else, because there were some co-ed rooms, that would have been really bad.
Did the guy work for GameStop?
Yes, he was a store manager. I found out as I went downstairs. They walked me up with corporate security. They tell me, "Hey, we're getting a room for you. Just stay in the lobby." Give me like a blanket. Had corporate security come back and say, "We put this gentleman on a plane. He doesn't work for the company anymore. We're really sorry." Counselor or anybody? I was like, "No, I just want to sleep. I slept 20 minutes. You know what I mean? I need to go to bed. I was drinking. I'm not drunk, but I'm tired and don't feel good and sick."
Coming down from it.
Yeah, it was a horrible headache, that whole
probably a ton of adrenaline also.
Yeah. So they come and say, "We're cleaning a room." Almost 6 in the morning, but I'm sitting in the lobby. I had to interview with all these people, corporate security. I'm sort of tired of it, and I start to see other store managers that are dressed and up.
They don't, because they don't know.
They don't know what's going on. All they see is a group of people around me with.
They think, "Oh, Bryan got in trouble."
Yes, they're like, "God, he must have got into a fight." And they're kind of laughing, and they come and tell me, "Hey, we got a room for you. Cleaning it right now. Really nice one. Don't come in tomorrow. Don't go to any of the vendor shows. Just sleep. We'll see you in the evening." No, I wanted to go.
Yeah, seriously, fuck that.
Sony's here, Microsoft's here. I think Gears of War was getting demoed.
Man.
It was, I get to meet Cliff Blazinski because they were demoing Gears of War. It's 2006. They take me to the room, go up the elevator. They had to badge in, and I was like, "What do we need a card for?" Take me up to the very top floor, down a long hallway. They badge in, and these doors open. It's 2 doors. And this room looks like
put you in a damn palace.
Yes. So the guy told me, open up. There's a snacks. There's a bucket, a metal bucket with ice with Budweiser. There's arrangement. There's fruit. And I was just like, there's a chandelier and a little waterfall thing.
That's called a bribe.
Yeah. No. Well, so what happened is it was the CEO's room. Just go to sleep. So I went in, took another shower, slept for not long, 4 or 5 hours. Got up, got dressed, went down to the vendor shows. I was excited. I was horribly hungover, sat with the other store managers, and everybody wants to go on. They already know. They hear wrong information. One of them was, "You hooked up with a guy and you got in a fight?" I'm like, "No." So it was a long-running joke for a while.
It's funny because back then, like, I was thinking about it right now. That's the first thing I thought of was the first thing you would want to do is like joke about it. Mm-hmm. But you having gone through it, you just went through a traumatic experience and everybody's making light of it.
I let it roll off my shoulders. It didn't bug me, but I was continually reminded by other stories. Man, raped.
Exactly.
Could have been assaulted.
Exactly.
All this stuff. And then finished up the vendor shows. And then I told the other managers, "Hey, I got this sweet room. You guys want to see it?" So I invited everybody up, came in, kind of looked around. We drank all the beer. Did the same thing the second night. But when I flew back home, I did get a lot of weird attention from the corporate after that. From they really, 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 looking back, I was naive to that situation. Hey, are you?
What was the first time you went through it? Right?
Basically, "Are you going to sue us?" And not so many words and many different interactions. "We're sorry. Did you need anything?" All of a sudden, I've got more hours in my store, and my DM's being super nice to me, and got way more allocated product coming in.
You told me, didn't you say
very strange.
The DM came in and apologized to you?
Yeah, Kevin did. I didn't understand. I thought you were joking. A lot of it was backpedaling.
But to be fair, though, like I didn't like him very much, but he probably was also a bit sincere. He probably felt bad.
I think he honestly thought I was joking because I was the type of person to make a joke, but I would have never knocked under. But I get it.
It's like me. Like I put off a jokey demeanor, and then whenever I'm all of a sudden being serious, people are like, "Oh, what?"
Yeah. I think they handled the situation after they realized it was serious, the company as a whole, really well. But up to, they shouldn't have partnered with us. They should have checked better. Yeah. They should have just left it with the thing. When I talked to him, I said, "Did they tell you we're switching rooms?" "No." "Well, I didn't know. We didn't even know. Communication could have been better." But anyway,
it was a
funny story. Ended up meeting I don't remember his name, the CEO at the time. He drove a blue Maserati, and I know that because it was parked out front. And when they were outside smoking cigarettes, they're like, "Hey, whose car's that?" And the guy like, "That's the guy that owns GameStop." I'm like, "That's the CEO." I was like, "Oh, that's the guy's room I got." So got to talk to him. He came down, said, "Hey, I'm really sorry what happened to you. I have to go, but we'll talk." And then got in his car and took off. And I was like, "Cool. And thanks for the room."
It didn't affect you like long term.
No.
I mean, like I know like some of that stuff kind of like can sit with you, like with the robbery, like it just kind of sits with you. It's just negativity.
That I remember. I don't have a thing long term, but I'll never forget the action.
Well, thank you, Bryan, for coming. I'm gonna invite you back anytime. Obviously, anytime you want to come talk. We don't have to talk about GameStop stuff. We can just shoot the shit about other bullshit that I know you know. We can talk about DJ stuff.
Right on. I appreciate it.
I don't know if you want to do or talk about any stuff that you like or where they can find you. I don't know if you're trying to promote
No, I have a YouTube channel. Just everything that I have is all my name. So it's YouTube, Bryan and Son.
I'll put a link to the YouTube in the comments. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if y'all like hearing what we're talking about. GameStop stories. People find it fun and interesting. Okay. That's so lackluster and anticlimactic.